Unmuted.
Hello, my name is Isabella Perez, Recreation Leader for the City of Socorro. Thank you for joining today's meeting. Before the meeting begins, we would like to remind our guests to remove all hats and silence all electronic devices. No destructive behavior or outbursts will be tolerated, and violators are subject to ejection and possible prosecution.
Hola, mi nombre es Judy Rodríguez, secretaria de Planificación de la Ciudad de Socorro. Gracias por participar en la reunión de hoy. Antes de que comience la reunión, nos gustaría recordarles a nuestros invitados favor de quitarse los sombreros y silenciar todos los dispositivos electrónicos. No se tolerará ningún comportamiento perturbador ni exabrupto y los infractores estarán sujetos a expulsión y posible procesamiento.
Hello, my name is Isabella Perez, Recreation.
It is 6:03 p.m. This meeting is called to order. Item number 2, Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence led by Campestre Elementary School.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible. Please remain standing for a moment of silence.
We'd like to thank and honor these students, so if you would please step forward when I call your name. Aaron Sines. And Steven Sines.
Parents, if you're in the audience, you can get closer to take a photo of your children. Teachers and principals, if you're in the room, can you also join your students, please? Principal. Yeah. You're ready? Big smile, say cobras. Cobras.
Item number 3, establishment of quorum.
Ruben Reyes.
Yes.
Cesar Nevares.
Here.
Alejandro Garcia.
Here.
Mayor Ivy Avalos.
Here.
Rudy Cruz.
Present.
And Ivan Colom Villalobos.
Here.
Mayor, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Item number 4, public comment.
We have one speaker, Ruben Borrego.
I think-
I will pass the public comment until ordinance number 10.
Thank you.
No more speakers, Mayor.
Thank you.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to move item 21.
Ruben Reyes.
Yes.
Cesar Nevares.
Yes.
Alejandro Garcia.
Aye.
Rudy Cruz.
Aye.
And Ivan Colom Villalobos.
Yes. Item number 21, discussion and action to proclaim November 2024 as Veterans Appreciation Month to honor veterans within the community, recognize them for their time, bravery, and sacrifice for this country.
Motion to approve. Second.
Ruben Reyes.
Yes.
Cesar Nevares.
Yes.
Alejandro Garcia.
Aye.
Rudy Cruz.
Aye.
And Ivan Colom Villalobos.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Mayor, council members, staff, and veterans. We're truly honored, grateful, and proud to have each of you with us this afternoon. No event we hold, whether it's a day, a month, or even a full year, dedicated to honoring our veterans, could ever compare to the sacrifices you made for our country, for our city, and for our people. Thank you for your service, and may God bless you. At this time, I would like to invite Esteban. Oh, okay, so I guess Victor's gonna give us a few words explaining the significance of the coin we're presenting to our veterans.
Receiving a challenge coin as a military member is a significant honor that symbolizes recognition for service, achievement, or camaraderie. These coins are often given by commanders to acknowledge exemplary performance, foster unit pride, and strengthen bonds among service members. The tradition of challenge coins highlights the values of loyalty, dedication, and excellence within the military community, making them cherished keepsakes that represent both personal and collective accomplishments. At this time, the City Council of the City of Socorro would love to honor our veterans with the City of Socorro Veterans Challenge Coin, a token of our appreciation for not only the service and sacrifice you provided to this country, but to the dedication and pride to our community up to this date. As the coin reads, no stripes, pins, medals, or awards can ever express how grateful our city is for their sacrifice. We don't know them all, but we owe them everything.
Can we read the proclamation? Yes.
City of Socorro honoring our veterans. Whereas the City of Socorro gathers to honor and pay tribute to the brave men and women who have served in the United States Armed Forces, dedicating their lives to the preservation of our nation's freedom, security, and values. And whereas our veterans represent the highest ideals of courage, dedication, and resilience, have flawlessly sacrificed their time, well-being, and for many their health and lives to protect the United States and ensure peace for future generations. And whereas the bravery of our veterans is a cornerstone of the freedom we cherish and uphold, demonstrating unparalleled commitment to the safety and prosperity of our nation, both at home and abroad. And whereas the City of Socorro acknowledges the extraordinary contributions made by our veterans to our community, offering not only their service but also their skills, leadership, and civic involvement as they continue to strengthen our community long after their military service concludes. And now, therefore, I, Ivy Avalos, Mayor of the City of Socorro, do hereby proclaim November 2024 as Veterans Appreciation Month in the City of Socorro, encouraging all citizens to join in recognizing and honoring the valor, patriotism, and sacrifice of all our community's veterans. And be it further resolved that the City of Socorro expresses its deepest gratitude for the service of these honorable men and women and pledges its continued commitment to supporting them in our community as well as they have supported us. Do we have Mr. Reyes?
Yes.
Do we have the coins? And
Yes. I think we're.
would everybody stand up while we honor these gentlemen?
And I know we have a couple of veterans that signed in, but if you're a veteran, when we finish with the names, if you want to come forward and we'll give you our token of appreciation.
Do we have names?
Jorge Dominguez. Tony Cabrera. Armando Serafín. Carlos Sepúlveda. Carlos Domínguez. Jaime Pinky Arieta. Gregorio Olivas. Mario Benavides. Lalo Barba. Are there any any other veterans in the room?
Do we have any more veterans? Any more veterans in the room? You don't have to be shy. Come on up, we have plenty.
Down. We'll have it open for the month of November.
Okay.
For them to come to our office to pick up documentation.
I have my wife that's a disabled vet. She doesn't feel good. She's at the
She's at home. What is her name, sir?
Cynthia M. Borrego.
Cynthia M. Borrego is also a veteran. Mr. Borrego, will you please pass forward? We'll give you her items. Last call for in the room. Any other veterans? I know there's one more. Esteban Gonzalez.
Would y'all like to see what the shirts look like? Yes. So, hi, I'm Esteban Gonzalez, the IT director for the city of Socorro. So what we did is we designed a dog tag. Oh, and I dropped a coin. So the front, we designed a dog tag that just says City of Socorro Veterans with the city logo. And on the back, we implemented the soldier's cross with soldiers bending down, and also the mission in the back, and of course our flag saying Socorro Veterans. And if you like to pass around the coin, I should have brought a picture, but if you guys want to pass around the coin so you guys can see it, and we'll get it at the end. But thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we're moving on to presentations. Item number 5, presentation and introduction of new Finance Director Lourdes Gomez.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. My name is Victor Perez. I'm the Deputy City Manager. This evening, I am pleased to introduce our new Director of Finance, Lourdes Gomez. This appointment follows an extensive hiring process during which we received 16 applications and interviewed 4 highly qualified individuals. The interview panel consisted of Abigail Tellez, Audit Manager with SBNG Certified Accounting Firm, Carol Candelaria, City HR Director, Adriano I can't pronounce my boss's name, Rodarte, City Manager, Victor Perez, of course, myself, Robert Rojas, Chief of Police, Lorene Camilo, City Planner, Alejandra Valadez, City Development Director, Tomasita Reyes, Accounts Payable Technician, and Martina Rodas, Payroll Technician. The interview panel was comprised of a cross-section of individuals from the accounting industry, city administration, director-level senior staff, and department representatives. Ms. Gomez met all the required qualifications for this critical role and demonstrated outstanding expertise, leadership, and vision throughout the interview process. She brings with her a wealth of experience and commitment to financial excellence that aligns with the City of Socorro's goals for growth, transparency, and efficiency. In her new role, Lourdes will oversee the city's financial operations, ensuring sound fiscal management and enhancing the financial health of our city. We are confident that her skills and dedication will strengthen our finance department and help us serve our community even more effectively. Please join me in welcoming Lourdes Gomez as the new finance director for the City of Socorro. Lourdes, we are thrilled to have you on board. We look forward to the positive impact you will make. Thank you.
Mr. Perez, thank you for that awesome presentation. Accountants, we're not very, we're shy about, boasting about ourselves, but thank you, that was very lovely. Good evening, Mayor, City Council, and distinguished guests. I am ecstatic and honored to have been selected as the new Finance Director for the City of Socorro. I have over 20 years of accounting experience, 12 in the governmental sector, having worked for organizations such as Texas Tech, UMC, El Paso County, and now I have the privilege to work for the City of Socorro. I look forward to collaborating with all of you and all of the departments and support the City of Socorro's growth while maintaining a sound financial practice that reflects the best interests of our residents and, of course, of the City of Socorro. In advance, I want to thank you for your support and for the opportunity to serve this great community of Socorro. Just something quick and short, but thank you all.
Thank you, Ms. Lourdes. We look forward to everything you have to bring, and everything should be great with it, right? Anybody else would like to say any words to Ms. Lourdes? Ms. Villalobos?
So my stay here is short, but welcome aboard. And Mr. Castellano was awesome. And I hope that what he did when he was here and what you are going to learn, that you can supersede what Mr. Castellano brought to our city. Thank you for applying, for wanting the position with our city. We're a great city, and so you're going to have a lot of fun. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Welcome.
Welcome. Okay, item number 6, recognition to the Socorro High School girls cross-country team led by Coach Avalos. Mr. Cruz, would you like to introduce?
Yeah, sure. And I'll also afford Coach Avalos the opportunity to speak as well.
Thank you.
What we wanted to do was, we're going to recognize the Socorro High School girls cross-country team. As mentioned to me by Coach Avalos, it's been a decade since they've made it to regionals. And one of the things that we want to do tonight is we want to congratulate them on this victory. And we also want to recognize their hard work and dedication. And just to let you all know, to the families and to the girls, your hard work and dedication and effort has paid off. And it makes us up here feel very proud that we have individuals like you who represent us at the regional level, but also we feel that it's important to also recognize you, because when you guys go out there and you put on that uniform and it says Socorro, you represent us as well as the community. So we appreciate that and your hard work, and you'll be recognized for it tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cruz. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for the honor of having us here tonight. And as Representative Cruz said, these young ladies that you're about to meet, for those of you who don't know, cross country is the most underrated sport in El Paso. No other sport has brought more state championships, state qualifiers, regional champions. When El Paso schools travel, teams know in Texas. They're from El Paso, they're good. So it is very difficult to get even to regionals in the city of El Paso, especially in 6A. If you're aware of the 6A competition, everybody is good, everybody is well coached. Some of the best coaches in Texas are here in El Paso. So I just want you all to know that, because what these young ladies did was something amazing. It had been 10 years, and in the last 25 years, they're only the second girls team in Socorro to make it as a team to regionals. And their hard work and sacrifice, we train right across the street sometimes. I know Mr. Cruz saw us there a couple of times in the summer. And if you just see what they're asked to do, what their body's asked to do, and on top of that, what they do in the classroom, most of these young ladies are AP, A honor roll students, or early college students. We ask a lot of them. And then they still get home. They're up to 11, midnight. Some of them are multi-sport athletes. We have soccer players, softball players. We have sprinters as well. So I can't speak enough about what these young ladies did. And I also want to thank my coaching staff. Without their blessing, they're amazing coaches. And we even had a young lady who graduated 2 years ago who wasn't paid, and she spent the entire summer with us. She came and worked out with her girls, helped out. And yes, it's an honor to be able to wear Socorro, because not only are we representing our school, we're representing our city. And just so you all know, before regionals, we went to Phoenix to a very big meet, and we were in the large school division, and it had schools from New Mexico, Arizona, and California, and these young ladies got first place. So it was a Nike meet. They went out there, had Socorro up in the big screen. It was just awesome. It was an awesome year, and just everybody from the coaches that you're about to meet, what these guys did, they're amazing. I'm a blessed person to have them as on the coaching staff, and these young ladies. And then lastly, the parents. These parents are getting them there at 5:45, 5:50 in the morning. That's what time they practice. And then we ask them to be there during intersession breaks. Those of you who ran cross country in high school, you know it never stops. You get a week off after the season, and then we're running again now, getting ready for distance season. So just thank you again, and just so you know a little bit about them. And if you get a chance next year and you get to make some meets, we'd love to see some Socoloco pride out there, go out there and show our young ladies some pride, and then our young men who are coming up. We're expecting them to do the same thing that our young ladies did this year. So thank you. Thank you, Mr. Cruz.
We'll be presenting certificates as the council calls y'all's names, and I want to do something different. I'll have each member of council hand out and call out some names. But just know that although it's a certificate, yes, it's a piece of paper, but just know that what you take with you tonight is not only a certificate, it's the pride to say that you guys are part of a championship team, and it's the pride of the Valley. And let's bring it back home to Socorro. And we appreciate you all. I saw you guys. I saw the determination in your face. You guys passed me. I was eating a burrito. I stopped eating it after I saw you running. But I appreciate your hard work and effort. So as you all hear your names being called, please come up and stay standing here for the photograph after. Staff and parents as well, you're more than happy to join the photo right now in a bit.
Let's start backwards. I think.
Okay. Sam Torres. I wasn't sure if it was a female or male. My daughter goes by Sam too. Congratulations. Thank you for your hard work.
Congratulations. I got the hardest name. I was hoping I didn't get this one. I don't want to mess it up. Adelaida? Adelaide? Adelaide Carbone. Did I say it right? Adelaide Carbone? Okay, that's important to me. Names are important. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Assistant Coach Herman Duncan, or Herman Duncan.
Well, we'll start here. Thank you for your hard work. It paid off.
Here you go. Great job.
Crystal Delgado.
Miss Crystal, if you can accomplish this, you can accomplish anything in life. Congratulations.
Great job.
Oops, I got a certificate. Oh, wait. Sorry. Nadina Villasana.
You can only move up from here. Congratulations.
Great job.
Victoria Perez.
Like Buzz Lightyear says, reach for the stars. Or is that Woody? Oh, one of those. Luis Villanueva. Thanks for your dedication, sir. Here.
For the record, he's not on the team. He's one of the coaches. Lina Caballero.
Did you hear what I said? All of what I said is for you too. Great job.
Emily Zarate.
Emily, any closed door means many open in the future, okay? Reach for the stars. Great job.
Congratulations.
Coach Avalos, is there anybody else that you'd like to recognize this night?
I do want to say Sam is our volunteer coach. So she graduated a couple years ago, and this young lady did not get paid at all this summer. She gave up time, energy, effort. We had a couple of other kids come back, and that's a really good sign of a healthy program. Some of the best programs in El Paso have their kids returning to help out. So I just wanted to acknowledge her for that because she gave up a lot of time and energy to be there and showed a lot of love. And then I want to thank again the parents. We could acknowledge the parents because without them. Yes. And then I want to acknowledge my wife too because she's right here because it's a lot of hours away from the family. So she loves the kids as much as I do and fully supports it. And just so everybody knows, Coach Villa and Coach Herman can keep up with these girls. They actually run and keep up with them. They like to make fun of me and say that I walk and ride a bike behind them. But these two coaches, they can keep up. So thank you, sir. Yes. Congratulations. Thank you.
So we can have all our coaches, Coach Avalos for the photo, and then we'll do another one with the parents as well. Let's do a group photo.
moving on to consent agenda. Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve consent agenda?
Second.
Ruben Reyes.
Yes.
Cesar Nevares.
Yes.
Alejandro Garcia.
Aye.
Rudy Cruz.
Aye.
And Ivan Colom Villalobos.
Yes.
Now on to regular agenda, public hearing and ordinances. Item number 10, public hearing of an ordinance amending Chapter 42, Traffic and Vehicles, Article 3, Heavy or Oversized and Other Commercial Vehicles, Division 1, generally, Section 42-67, definition, Section 42-69, heavy hauling prohibited, and Division 2, truck routes, Section 42-99, designated to provide for additional guidance and clarification on park of commercial vehicles within the city of Socorro. It is 6:45 PM. Public hearing is now open.
Mr. Borrego.
Thank you, City Council, for having me here. 2 years, 3 years ago, we came from El Paso, and we came down to the Lower Valley. We lived in the Lower Valley before, moved to El Paso, but I came down to the Lower Valley. I fell in love with Socorro. I fell in love with the neighborhood of Socorro. It's a beautiful area, houses. I live in the United States off Angel Garcia and Wayne Carrion. I live down in Adrian Ariano Street. The problem is that we talk about Socorro as being a beautiful area. Why don't we keep Socorro as the beautiful area? 3 years ago, I came and I fell in love with the neighborhood. But when I saw what I was seeing is a lot of vehicles that are coming in, trailers, junk trailers. They're coming in and hauling a lot of junk vehicles out from that neighborhood. Actually, there's a lot of stains, there's a lot of gas, there's a lot of oil in the streets. It looks terrible. Just today, there were 3 more trailers, and I'm talking about 40-foot trailers, construction trailers. They leave them there 1 month, 2 months. They leave them there for 3, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. Actually, there's a trailer there that's a food trailer, and it's been there for almost 8 months. Now, it takes from another resident that goes and visits that area, they cannot park because they leave them there because they're doing business. It's like a hub. They do the business and they leave it there. They leave the vehicles there, and I'll tell you what, at midnight, there's some people that come and they're selling the junk vehicles. Some of them do. But also what I saw this last week was that I saw they're pumping gas out of the vehicles, junk vehicles. They're pumping the gas because they're full of gas. They're pumping them out so they can go ahead and put them in their own vehicles. And it's just destroying the streets. The homes are so beautiful down here. If you go to North Loop and Angel Garcia and all those areas up there, why do we let them destroy their streets? The thing is that it's like a copycat. One started, now we got 3 or 4 or 5. And also, to tell you the truth, this particular person started with 1 trailer. He has 5 trailers now. And where does he park them? In the street. I have my own storage, and I park in my own storage. I pay monthly to have my storage. How come they can't pay? They pay him $1,000 for 1 junk vehicle. If you have 5 vehicles, that's $5,000. These guys are making all sorts of money. But they're destroying the streets. Your streets, Socorro, the beautiful streets, they're destroying them. And I'll tell you what, if they take more time, the streets are gonna be bad, real bad, plus the stains and all this stuff. Just to let you know, code enforcement can only do so much, but they kept on, they kept on coming and coming and coming. Now, also, city police, give them a lot of credit. They go out there and they do, but they come back and they do it, especially on the weekend. So please, City Council, I'm asking for your neighborhoods to be beautiful again, to keep Socorro as beautiful as it is. That's why I fell in love with Socorro. So let's keep it beautiful for our future generations. Thank you, City Council. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
No more speakers, Mayor.
No more speakers. Would anybody else like to speak on this item? As there are no more speakers, public hearing is now closed at 6:50 p.m. Item number 11, second reading and adoption of an ordinance amending Chapter 42, Traffic and Vehicles, Article 3, Heavy, Oversized, and Other Commercial Vehicles, Division 1, generally Section 42-67, definition Section 42-69, Heavy Hauling Prohibited, and Division 2, Truck Route, Section 42-99, designated to provide for additional guidance and clarification on park of commercial vehicles within the city of Socorro.
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. This item presented before you today is a response to Mayor and Council's direction to address the parking of trailers and commercial vehicles in the traffic vehicle ordinance. The city's current traffic and vehicle ordinance does not provide enough clarity for the parking of certain vehicles in the public right-of-way. This ordinance provides more explicit language in the types of vehicles that are considered commercial and limits the parking of such vehicles on city streets. The ordinance amendments add descriptions for the various types of commercial vehicles, as well as adding Nuevo Hueco tanks to the list of truck routes. With that, staff can answer any questions.
Mr. Garcia?
So I remember when we passed this ordinance, it was for the neighborhoods, right? Is that what we're looking at right now?
Yes,
So
for
they're
cities, to restrict them from city streets, they're only allowed to be on designated truck routes.
So these individuals are breaking our
Would
code?
be with this amendment.
And what is the punishment? Is it just a fine,
It is citation.
citation? So, but they're doing it over and over and over and over again without any repercussions, or not repercussions, that's not what I mean. Any remorse, or not remorse, but they just don't care. Is that what we're hearing?
Correct, so
per se?
right now you're not issuing out citations because the ordinance is not very clear. With this amendment, it'll allow us to take them, so it's gonna hurt them every time they go to court.
Okay.
Right.
That's what it is. Exactly what I want to know. Thank you.
Ms. Villalobos?
So I remember this item, and when we first approved it, and we were gonna, not this particular item right here, but the first one that we approved to allow residents that have over, I believe, 6,000 square feet.
I'm sorry, I believe you're referring to the amendment to allow for commercial truck property owners to park in their property. And that was through a conditional use permit.
Right.
So that was a separate item.
Okay. So this has nothing to do with that first.
That's
original.
correct. This is in
Okay,
regards
this
to
is-
parking on city streets that are not on the designated truck routes.
Sir, thank you for speaking. I know the area very well, and I don't understand how these trailers are in there, because it's not even large enough to house that area more than maybe 3, 4 vehicles, 2 on top, 2 on the bottom, and then maybe they might have additional on the outside. But to put these trailers out there and take up all that space is unfortunate, and it's a newer area. So thank you for coming and speaking on this item.
Mr. Cruz?
Yeah, Ms. Quimiro, after adoption of this new ordinance, how soon after are we able to go in there to make these residents comply with the new ordinance?
It's my understanding that ordinances, as soon as they're signed, are taken into effect.
So it'll be adopted today, right?
Effective
If
immediately?
it gets signed today, so it's adopted today, they can cite tomorrow.
Okay.
Right, but the violation has to occur. And this is an actual right away, right? Not in
Public
private
right away in the
property.
street,
Not in
any
private
commercial
property.
vehicles parked in the street will receive a citation. Okay. Great. Thank you.
Mr. Reyes?
Just a quick comment. Our ordinances, a lot of people don't know them or don't care for them. I think it's very important for constituents, the neighbors, to call and report it. I had this gentleman walk up to me and he was complaining about the same issue, about 18-wheelers going through his street. And I told him, have you called PD? Have you called code enforcement? He's like, no, I'm telling you, I'm like, we'll look into it, but next time it happens, you need to report it. If nobody reports it, PD doesn't know. Code compliance doesn't know. So make sure that if you see anybody breaking the law, call and report it. Thank you.
Mr. Garcia?
Are the signs put up in that area? Are there signs that say no trucks?
This is different.
Is it different?
These are trailers. These are cars that are trailers that carry cars, like junk cars. So the junk cars are leaving trash, parts.
But they're 18-wheelers, right?
So commercial vehicles, and in reference to your question, I don't know if the city has an official policy on where no commercial through traffic signs are placed. They're not placed in every street, at every residential street, but there are several such signs.
Because I know in my area, we had 2 of them put in, and that decreased quickly. I don't know if that's the same thing that we're talking about right now, or it might be another item.
No, so that's signage, right? So right now, we're just talking about the ordinance. If you want to implement the signage on every subdivision, we can go ahead and do that.
Yeah,
But that's not what we're posted
Okay.
right now, right?
So we'll post that later.
And also remember that our first line is educating the public, right? So we will always attempt to warn before we cite, because we want to make sure, like Mr. Reyes says, not everybody's aware of the ordinance,
Okay.
right? So our first approach is education.
Thank you.
Mr. Borrego, do you have a question or comment?
To answer your question, I have called the PD and I have called the code enforcement. What happens is this man has been cited before. He keeps on tricking the system. He knows what's going on. He's tricking the system. He'd rather have $5,000 in his pocket. He can go ahead and pay whatever. The problem is that he's got 5 trailers now, and copycats are going all over the place. The thing is that the city can do so much. Code enforcement can do so much. What's going on is that they're parking further and further into the neighborhood. If he lives at 2805 Wayne Carrion, he's parking in the other areas close to other family residentials. He's tricking out the system. The thing is that he's got a good idea. The signs are going to be good, but remember, they're not just commercial. They're trailers. They're talking about one that fits one trailer, two junk cars, 3 junk cars, 4 junk cars piled up. And to tell you the truth, if you go through Wayne Carrion, 2805, just see the stains that he has there. It stains like crazy. When I got there 3 years, there was no stains. There's stains like crazy. And I send the mayor a bunch of pictures, and it tells you the truth. One is parking actually in the park. He's parking in the park, and I think that the city police officer knows. Can't do anything. The thing is, he's parking and he's got 4 vehicles. 2 in the bottom and in the top. And that's where he has them, and he parks right in the park. So, again, thank you, City Council.
Mr. Rodarte?
And that was important for us to amend the ordinance to add that verbiage in order to have more teeth to be able to go and
Ms. Villalobos?
get rid of this problem.
Right now, as he's speaking, I'm thinking, okay, so obviously we have an ordinance that doesn't have any teeth, obviously. But, and how many times can they get fined? Can we add that after maybe twice or the next time, the actual trailer gets towed from the area and not give them more chances? Because I know a lot of our ordinances are giving them 2 or 3 chances and they're still, they'll pay the fine because their business is worth, or what they get for this business is a lot more. But what about towing the vehicle? Can we add that? Mr. Martinez?
You can't add it now. That's the kind of thing, it's an additional remedy. You'd have to publish a new notice.
Council, what do you think?
So you're
can't add it now.
prolonging the, right, so we can come back with an amendment, but, so we're not posted because that
Okay.
language is not in this ordinance.
Okay.
I think Chief wanted to add something.
Robert Rojas, Chief of Police for the City of Socorro. So there are other laws and statutes that we can use, right, when it comes to impounding a motor vehicle on a roadway. So the police officers are using every possible statute to make sure that people are adhering to both city ordinance as well as state law. However, it goes like anything else, right? Our hands are tied once we issue that citation, right? Like Ms. Rodarte said, our first course, especially for people who do not know, is to issue a warning. Now they're on notice and they know and they're aware, and then after that we go back and follow up. I'll take a closer look at it, but yeah, I think the ordinance the way it is right now is going to work really well because it's able to give the language necessary to answer those questions that we weren't able to answer at first.
Thank you.
Anyone else have any questions or comments?
Ruben Reyes.
Yes.
Cesar Nevares.
Yes.
Alejandro Garcia.
Aye.
Rudy Cruz.
Aye.
And Ivan Colom Villalobos.
Yes.
Item number 12, public hearing of an ordinance amending Chapter 46 zoning, Article 4, District Regulations, Division 1, generally, Section 46-171, official zoning map to reflect the updated digital process for managing, maintaining, and administering the official zoning map of the City of Socorro. It is 7:02 p.m. Public hearing is now open.
No speakers, Mayor.
Would anybody like to speak on this item? As there are no speakers, public hearing is now closed at 7:03 p.m. Item number 13, second reading and adoption of an ordinance amending Chapter 46 zoning Article 4 District Regulations, Division 1, generally Section 46-171, official zoning map to reflect the updated digital process for managing, maintaining, and administrating the official zoning map of the City of Socorro.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. As you may know, the city is undertaking the redevelopment and comprehensive rewrite of our development code. That includes subdivision and zoning ordinances. Among others, this unified development code is giving us an opportunity to walk through the various different aspects of the code. And as we progress through the development, it is going to take a little over a year, maybe, to put together a final draft of this unified development code. But in the meantime, there are things that we can address, and this is a minor one. The current ordinance reflects an outdated process in the Planning and Zoning Department where the updating and maintenance of the zoning map was done by hand on paper maps, and for a very long time the city has not been doing that. That the official zoning map is a digital geographic information systems layer that's maintained by the staff and available for anyone on the internet by visiting the city's website. And we're no longer restricted to a one physical copy in our office. With that, staff can answer any questions.
Any questions?
Ruben Reyes.
Yes.
Cesar Nevares.
Yes.
Alejandro Garcia.
Aye.
Rudy Cruz.
Aye.
And Ivan Colom Villalobos.
Yes.
Item number 14, public hearing of an ordinance for approval of a variance from section 38-52.3, street design standards, general planning, to allow a reduced minimum right-of-way of 54 feet instead of 60 feet minimum right-of-way requirements for the proposed Sunset Valley Estates Unit 3 subdivision. Public hearing is now open at 7:05 PM.
No speakers, Mayor.
Would anybody like to speak on this item? Yes, sir?
Could I speak after the staff? If needed.
Okay, yes, sir.
He's the applicant, yes.
Oh, he's the applicant? Thank you. Yes, sir. As there are no speakers, public hearing is now closed at 7:06 PM. Item number 15, second reading and adoption of an ordinance for approval of a variance from section 38-52.3, street design standards, general planning, to allow a reduced minimum right-of-way of 54 feet instead of 60 feet minimum right-of-way requirement for the proposed Sunset Valley Estates Unit 3 subdivision.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Item 15, Sunset Valley Estates Unit 3 subdivision variance request. This is some general information about the property. It is a portion of Track 6A, Block 11 of Socorro Grant. The owner is SSV Sun Valley LLC. Sal Masood of Del Rio Engineering is a representative who is here and available to answer any questions, should you have any questions after the presentation. The lot is 33.48 acres in size. It is currently zoned R2, medium density residential, and vacant. The staff recommends approval of the variance request for reduction in the required right-of-way for Sunset Valley Estates Unit 3 subdivision. Planning and Zoning Commission recommended approval and voted for that approval at their October 1st meeting. So this is the property location map. And the zoning, again, R2, is largely abutting other residential zoning districts, R1, R2, and then across the middle drain is a special use district. These are photographs taken of the property from Sunset Valley Avenue across the Daughtry lateral, and then photographs taken from Valle del Este Drive. And you can see in the next slide, the aerial shows that the property is vacant, and the nature of the abutting residential zoning areas, single family largely, some of them still vacant, but largely built out. This is Sunset Valley Unit 3. This is Sunset Valley Unit 2 immediately to the west. I'm sorry, to the northeast. And this is the street map that was submitted by Del Rio Engineering to show their variance request. And if we zoom into the top right-hand corner, you can see the proposed roadway. The variance is for a reduced right-of-way of 54 feet. This would include 18 feet from the middle on both sides of pavement, face of curb to face of curb. So that's 6 inches for the curb, and then 5-foot sidewalk and 3.5-foot parkway. What our current code requires is a 60-foot right-of-way and that is 40 feet from back of curb to back of curb for the roadway, 4-foot sidewalk, and I can't read the width of the parkway, but this is a bit outdated. This section of the ordinance probably dates back to the early 90s, and there have been a lot of changes, which we will be addressing in our code rewrite. The reason why we were bringing this forward to you as separate from the planning and zoning plating of the preliminary plat is that this issue wasn't raised during the development of our comprehensive plan. Excuse me, you didn't swallow there for a minute. And we took the item to the Planning and Zoning Commission for their guidance and comments. There are many reasons why a reduced right-of-way would be appropriate. Now, with newer guidelines, newer ways of thinking of these smart codes, narrower streets help reduce, especially in residential areas such as these, help to reduce speeding and make the neighborhoods more livable. And in summary, the request is for approval of a variance from section 3852.3, street design standards, general planning, to allow a reduced right-of-way of 54 feet instead of the required 60 feet, and for Sunset Valley Estates Unit 3 subdivision. And the only other thing I think I skipped over that I wanted to point out was that Sunset Valley Estates Units 1 and 2 were approved with variance requests by City Council, I believe I'm just gonna look at my notes real quick, April 19th of 2018. So this new subdivision would be matching those existing neighborhoods. Where planning staff maybe had a little bit of reservation was that the neighborhood to the south, that a road has that 60-foot right-of-way, but that was never developed fully to include the full width of the road and sidewalks. So it is an older neighborhood, and maybe the transition there will be a little uneven, but that can be addressed.
Any questions, comments?
Ruben Reyes.
Yes.
Cesar Nevares.
Yes.
Alejandro Garcia.
Aye.
Rudy Cruz.
Aye.
And Ivan Colom Villalobos.
Yes.
Thank you. Moving on to planning and zoning, item number 16, discussion and action to approve an event permit and waiver fee for Hueco Elementary School for the Veterans Day Parade on November 8th, 2024.
Motion to approve. Second.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Item 16, Waco Elementary is proposing a Veterans Day Parade to be held tomorrow at the school. They are also requesting a waiver of the fee to allow the students and family to participate in the parade. With that, staff can answer any questions. This is generally the route the parade will take. And with that, staff can answer any questions. Okay. And
Ms. Villalobos?
representatives from the school are here if you have any questions.
Ms. Villalobos?
I'm just curious, what is the fee that we're waiving on this permit?
125? 125.
I know we have the next item coming up. That would be the same amount, or they're different?
It's the same amount, but that one, they are not requesting a fee waiver.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, just wanted to know. Thank you.
Yes.
Ruben Reyes.
Yes.
Cesar Nevares. Alejandro Garcia.
Aye.
Rudy Cruz.
Aye.
And Ivan Colom Villalobos.
Yes.
Item number 17, discussion and action to approve an event permit for a rosary to the Virgin of Guadalupe at 106 28 Shady Valley for Saturday, December 7th, 2024, from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Item 17, an event permit. The applicant is Petrita Barrera. She's requesting approval of an event permit as per section 36-255 to allow for a rosary to the Virgen de Guadalupe, December 7th from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. She has submitted her event permit, a traffic control plan, and with that, staff can answer any questions.
I have a question.
Mr. Cruz?
I believe this is the same event that happens annually. I just want to make sure that the neighbors are okay with it and there's no complaints from the neighbors, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is at least the third. I
Yeah.
referred to the one the year before I got here.
Yes.
And they do have a letter where she has informed all of the neighbors of the event, and
Okay.
does not appear to be a problem for anyone.
They still don't invite us, but I'm okay with it.
Anyone else?
Ruben Reyes.
Yes.
Cesar Nevares. Alejandro Garcia.
Aye.
Rudy Cruz.
Aye.
And Ivan Colombia Lobos.
Yes.
Moving on to Mayor and Council, item number 18, discussion and action to approve Resolution 804, approving the appointment of Walter Miller to the Board of Directors of El Paso Central Appraisal.
I have a question on this.
Okay, Mr. Cruz?
I know that when the first item came out, we were going to appoint Mr. Perez, but now it changed to Walter Miller.
Right. It was a little too late for us to appoint Mr. Perez, so I called him back, and unfortunately, that's the news that they gave us. When they sent over the options for Board of Directors, we chose Walter Miller since he was previously held that position for us. It was the obvious choice for us.
And does Mr. Miller represent the best interests of our residents and city at Socorro? Do we meet with him to discuss any issues or concerns?
I don't think we've ever met with him.
No, maybe that's
to
something
discuss.
we can start doing from here, moving forward. So, thank you.
Anyone else?
Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Ruben Reyes.
Yes.
Cesar Nevares.
Yes.
Alejandro Garcia.
Abstain.
Rudy Cruz.
Aye.
And Ivan Colombia Lobos.
Yes.
Item number 19, discussion and action to approve the appointment of Victor Espinosa to the Board of Adjustments, Place 7. Mr. Victor Espinosa has lived all his life in Socorro and would like the opportunity to participate in the Board of Adjustments. He has always held this city in high regard and with much admiration as he has matured and become politically engaged. He recognizes an opportunity to the city that has nurtured him. He believes in his responsibility to preserve and enhance Socorro's beauty. He has over 200 hours of community service to our city, which will help him be able to serve. And he is here today. Does anyone have any questions on this?
Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Yes, sir.
My only thing is that we'll have somebody new here, and what if they don't want somebody to be appointed now with a week to go or 2 weeks to go? That's my only caution, because I would hate for somebody to be appointed today and things change. That's I don't want to waste anybody's time. That's just my only thing.
True. I understand. Would you allow Mr. Espinosa to say a few words? I think that would you like to say a few words?
Hello, Madam Mayor, Council, City. I would like to say thank you for the opportunity to be able to apply to begin with. Like I said in the statement on there, I grew up here in Socorro, went to Hilly, went to Sanchez, went to Socorro, and graduated from Socorro. I go to MSU, and I feel now, I met the mayor the other day, and I was very thankful for that interaction, to be able to be told that there are opportunities for us to be able to have a say in what happens in our city beyond being able to vote for y'all, right? And so I would just like to say that I think that I would be very capable, and I would really like to be able to play a role in it as well, which is why I applied. And like I said again, I'm very thankful for all of you, absolutely.
So, I just want to tell you, there's going to be a change.
Right.
And that's my only issue, because if somebody else comes in and they want to change things, I would hate for you to be like, say, or something. That's just me, because it's a matter of change. There'll be a change in the guard in the next couple of weeks. That's my only issue. I don't know how anything's going to go. I just don't want to waste anybody's time where you're on and then you're off. But yeah, that's just my.
As far as I know, I'm pretty malleable. I feel like I can be okay with a couple of changes.
Mayor.
Mr. Cruz?
Yeah. So as mayor-elect, how long are the terms of the Board of Adjustment members that are newly sworn in?
2 years.
2 years. So as mayor-elect, I don't foresee any changes. I'd like to play things as they go. I live in the now, not in the past, and not in the future. So I think that it's only fair to afford this gentleman the opportunity tonight. I'll respect the mayor's agenda item, and if this council should decide to appoint this new member, I'm all for it, and I'll support her efforts, and I'll also support you as well.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Ms. Villalobos?
Thank you for applying. I don't know you, and I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
And we should be looking at what you have to offer the city. And thank you for coming up here and
Absolutely.
speaking. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Ruben Reyes.
Yes.
Cesar Nevares.
Yes.
Alejandro Garcia.
Aye.
Rudy Cruz.
Aye.
And Ivan Colom Villalobos.
Yes.
Oh, would you stay up there for, where's, item number 20, swearing in of newly appointed commissioner.
My niece.
Okay. So repeat after me, please. I, and state your name,
I, Victor Espinosa,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I have not directly
that I have not directly
or indirectly paid, offered, promised to pay,
paid, offered, or promised to pay,
contributed or promised to contribute
contributed or promised to contribute
any money or thing of value,
any money or thing of value,
or promised any public
or promised any public
or employment
or employment
as reward to secure my appointment
as reward to secure my appointment
or confirmation thereof.
or confirmation thereof.
One more. I, state your name,
Victor Espinosa,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of the Board of Adjustments
of the Board of Adjustments
of the City of Socorro, Texas,
of the City of Socorro, Texas,
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will to the best of my ability
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
and the laws of the United States
and the laws of the United States
and of this state.
and of this state.
Thank you very much. Mr. Espinosa, congratulations.
Yes.
You need a pen?
You go with council.
The 7th, November 7th. Go ahead.
Item number 22, discussion and action to formally request pesticide distribution to the City of Socorro residents and businesses affected by the red flower beetle due to infested pecan shells dumped and spread on the property of the El Paso Water Utilities, including at or near tracks 11 and 12, Block 26, Socorro Grant, AKA 10845 Socorro Road, which has created a public nuisance.
Motion to approve.
Mr. Cruz?
Thank you, Mayor, Council. This agenda item here is to discuss and take action on staff to draft up a letter, and it's a demand letter. And I wanted to share with you all in my summary sheet what I would like legal to draft up in this letter and request on behalf of the city and its residents. And number one being the request for pesticide distribution to Socorro, Texas residents affected by the red flower beetle due to the large amount of infested pecan shells dumped and spread on the property of El Paso Water Utilities located at said location, creating a nuisance to the city's residents. Number two, continued spraying of pesticide on El Paso Water Utilities property located at said property until the property is completely cleared of pecan shells and the red flower beetles. Number three is the request for another method of dust mitigation and weed control to be utilized at said location and prohibit the use of pecan shells or any other shell that would bring pests, rodents, and invasive insects within a 15-mile radius of the jurisdictional boundaries of Socorro, Texas, and El Paso Water Utility properties. Now, I know that a demand letter being sent to another municipality or governmental entity is very difficult to achieve, but at least this table can take some type of action in finding a solution for its residents. And I feel that this is the first step in which needs to be taken for us to solve the issue. And I just, we had a difficult meeting. It was hard, but I feel that the residents are seeking solutions. So this is what I wanted to place before you all for approval this night.
Ms. Villalobos? Oh.
This question is for Mr. Martinez. So the discussion and action is a little different from what Mr. Cruz just mentioned. It does not state a demand letter. And does it have to?
No, it says
No.
request, that
That's
encompasses a letter.
perfectly okay, all righty. That was my question to that. And I don't know if publicly the El Paso Water Company has taken responsibility, even though, okay, has not taken responsibility, I'll just leave it there. Is this something that the city, they can come back at the city and state that they never publicly have stated that that's where the problem started?
Yes, I mean, the water utility can say whatever they like, yes.
No, that's not the question. The question is they've never publicly have stated that the problem started with them. However, they did take responsibility.
They did take responsibility?
That's what I'm asking.
I'm not, maybe I
So
don't understand the question.
okay. This discussion and action is probably stating, I don't know, you tell me. Words have a funny way of, depending on who's reading it, the interpretation can be different. So my question is, it says here, due to the infected pecan shells dumped and spread on the property of the El Paso Water Utility. Okay. My question is, do you understand what I'm saying? My question is, can we demand the El Paso Water Company to comply with what we're requesting in that demand letter, because we believe that the problem started with the El Paso Water Utility Company?
Ms. Rodarte?
So I think to answer your question is, we don't know if that's where it started. However, we do know that's what infected our residents. It was that property, right? It's been identified. They took samples. The Texas Department of Agriculture has already located. El Paso Water Utility has been in several meetings. That's why they're removing the pecan shells. So we have identified that party or that entity was the property that has affected our residents because we're abutting their property.
Understood, but they have not publicly,
I can't speak in behalf of the
Right.
El Paso Water Utility.
okay.
Like, I can't
Just,
say yes
just
or
making
no.
sure it does not come back
No,
and
but
say,
we
you
know,
know, you're
based
blaming
on
us
the-
and this is not right. you
Well,
know.
this is the information that we received.
Mhm.
It's been in newsletters. We have information from the Texas Department of Agriculture that property, and I mean, they are removing the pecan shells.
Right, no,
But I cannot speak on the water utility.
company. Gotcha, thank you. Just making sure that's clear. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
Ruben Reyes,
Yes.
Cesar Nevares, Alejandro Garcia.
Aye.
Rudy Cruz.
Aye.
And Ivan Colom Villalobos.
Yes.
Mr. Martinez, do we have anything for 23, 24, and 25?
No, ma'am.
Do we have a motion to delete?
Motion to delete 24, 23, 24, and 25.
Ruben Reyes,
Yes.
Cesar Nevares. Alejandro Garcia.
Aye.
Rudy Cruz.
Aye.
And Ivan Colom Villalobos.
Yes.
Motion to adjourn.
Ruben Reyes.
Yes.
Cesar Nevares.
Yes.
Alejandro Garcia.
Aye.
Rudy Cruz.
Aye.
Ivan Colom Villalobos.
Yes, ma'am.
Meeting adjourns at 7:33 PM.
¿Qué pasa?